Hi everybody. So for those of you who haven't seen me around the salon, my name is Bree, and I just quickly wanted to make a video on how I do my flat iron curls on myself. A lot of my clients like me to show them how I do it when they're in my chair, but then they go home and they forget a step or forget a little trick I showed them. So I figured this would be a good video to do. So my flat iron is called Croc. That's the brand. I really prefer this flat iron because it's really thin, as you can see, and the edges are rounded, where with the squared off one, you can still get the curl in there. However, you just want to be a little careful because sometimes you can get dents in your hair. So mine is set at 300, which is plenty hot. And you can see I'm just taking pretty small section sizes. And I'm going in, they're not all the same. It's okay to have some that are a little bigger, some that are a little smaller, especially for this kind of wave that I'm doing, because it just adds to the overall kind of messy undone effect. But I'm flipping my flat iron upside down, starting at the very top, and then spinning one time all the way around. Now you may have noticed for all of the bottom section here, I'm alternating the curls, so they're not all going away from my face, which was typical before. Everything used to just go away from your face. For the very top section, I do prefer having everything going away from my face, but everything else, I alternate my curls just so they don't clump together and become like one big curl. Especially for my hair, I am somewhat on the finer side, and so I didn't want everything to clump together. I want it to look really messy and undone and full. I want to look like I have as much hair as possible. So that's why I do the alternating curls so that they don't clump together. Notice though, my very first curl is always away from my face because that looks the most natural. So the first one next to my face is away. And then going forward, I'm alternating my curls. One will be towards my face, one will be away, and then keeping on with that. Also notice some of my clients have said that they tend to miss a lot of pieces as they're curling. I want you to really look when I'm doing it. Everything starts behind my shoulders, if you can see that. And when I'm curling a piece, I'm bringing it forward, and then I let it stay in front of my shoulders. And I just keep working my way back like that. And I go as far back as I can until I can't reach. And then I switch to the other side. And that just makes sure that if there is anything left behind my back, that's a straight piece and I know I need to curl it. So it keeps me a little more organized. And this is a fairly simple technique. It just takes a little practice because it's not like curling your hair with a wand or curling it with a spring-loaded curling iron. It's really different. And it's not even the same as just flat ironing your hair either. So it takes a little practice. And I know it sounds kind of silly, but I always recommend that my clients practice with their flat iron off first. And the reason I say that is because it's a really funny motion. As soon as you feel like you've got it on one side, you're going to switch to the other side and you're going to feel totally backwards again. So practice with your flat iron off just to get the motion down, and then of course turn your flat iron on and actually start curling. Now that I'm at the top section here, I slowed it down just so that you can see everything is going away from my face now. So the reason I do that is because it does look more natural when it's going away from your face. So I don't want to alternate the curls on the top. I just want everything to look nice and natural, and everything is going away. Also, an important thing with the waves, rather than like a super defined curl, is I want you to see at the very ends when I get there, I don't pull my flat iron through. Watch. Get all the way to the ends, and then I let those go. The reason I do that is because that's what makes it look more like a wave rather than a really defined curl. You can absolutely bring it through your ends. It's just going to look more like a curl rather than a wave. Keeping those ends on the straighter side gives it that kind of messy look. So it's just a preference. And same thing on the other side. Everything is going away from my face. And at this point too, my hair is freshly washed, and I do have the Pure Abundance Style Prep in my hair from Aveda, so that helps with all over volume as well as a heat protectant. So I have that in my hair. I sprayed that in before I blow dried, and then I have the Shampure dry conditioner in there too that I used right before I started flat ironing because that's also a heat protectant. So now that I've finished curling, I'm going to go through with my fingers and just kind of finger comb everything out. Turn around and check the back, make sure I didn't miss any pieces. You can also use a comb if you prefer using a comb to mess everything up, but I just prefer using my fingers. But that's it, guys. Super easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just comment below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Bye.